Hello everyone, welcome. Today we're going to be starting with a little bit of a sound bath to let you drop into your body, to drop into the present moment. And about after that, we'll move into some fascial maneuvers. Now, if you've never done fascial maneuvers before, they are a type of body work and energy work that you can learn to perform on yourself. So we'll be doing things like grabbing our skin, counter rotating our body, and using our breath as a therapist to help release the fascia, the stuck fascia inside of us. And the fascia really holds all of our trapped emotions, anything that we didn't process or let out in the past, those can be stored inside. So to get started today, find yourself a gentle seat or maybe lay down, get really comfy for this first part. I invite you to let your eyes blink closed if you'd like. Starting to turn your attention inward. As you let the sound waves wash over you, inhale anything that you'd like to let go of today, any worries, any regrets, any anxieties about the future that are no longer serving you. And imagine on your exhale, you're just letting them go, letting them absorb back down into Gaia for her to return them to their rightful owners, to people that could maybe use a little bit more of those energies. If you haven't already, let your eyes blink closed or just find somewhere to gently rest your gaze without strain. Allow yourself to just be in this moment. Know that there's nowhere you need to be right now, nothing that you need to do. You might focus on the sound or your breath, maybe a sensation within your body. There's no right or wrong. Choose wherever serves you on this Wednesday morning. Allowing yourself to just be. to bring a little bit of life back to the body. Wiggling fingers and toes, deepening inhales and exhales. If you're laying on the ground, you might let your head shake from side to side. If you're seated, let your chin drop to your chest and find some gentle neck circles. Any movement that serves you in this moment is welcome. As the time feels right for you, start to make those movements a little bit bigger. Eventually starting to work your way up to stand. Now there's a few things I want to cover if you're new to fascial maneuvers. If you've done this before, just bear with me. The first thing is the pelvic floor lock and the belly lock that we're going to use. So if you're a yogi, you might be familiar with these as bandhas. So the pelvic floor lock is basically like you're squeezing your bathroom muscles, trying not to go to the bathroom. And from there, you're going to zip all the way up to your belly button, tying that area back to your spine, engaging it as much as you can. And it's okay if you forget to do this throughout the class, and I might forget to cue it, but anytime you think about it, just go ahead and re-engage those muscles as much as you can. The other things we're going to be doing is some breath work. So we'll be breathing in through the mouth, out through the mouth, or in through the nose, out through the mouth mostly. There'll be a couple other odd breaths, which I'll cue you through. I'll talk you through all of this the whole time, so no worries if you're new to it. You might feel a little bit dizzy or lightheaded or get really warm during these moves, even though it doesn't feel like we're doing very much. But that is what happens when you start to release things in the fascia. So we're going to get started with 3 movements that are meant to reduce your stress levels in your body by 80%. And these are known as the 15-minute stress reset. So start about hip-width distance apart, and let's just start with just some gentle movement to get our bodies ready for this. And then we'll come back into stillness, hip-width distance apart, feet on the floor. Engage that zipper lock from the pelvic floor all the way up to your belly button. I'll refer to it as the zipper throughout. Then we're going to take right hand, right foot. We're going to cross them over. So right ankle in front of the left, right hand on top of the right shoulder. Left hand places on top of the right shoulder. For this first one, it's called the palate swipe. So you're going to take your right thumb and you're going to push it into the palate, the roof of your mouth, from the back right molar to the back left molar. You're going to lift and come back, and you're going to do that 6 times. And for this one, you can just breathe in and out through the nose as we go. So don't be afraid to give it some pressure and poke around in there. It's okay if things feel like they're moving or a little painful. We're going to start with the 1, 2, 3. Don't forget to breathe. 4, 5, 6. Now let your thumb go. Let your arms and legs uncross. You can wipe your thumb off if you'd like. Find a little bit of movement. Just sway side to side again. And next we'll go into totally twisted side 1. So it's similar. We're going to cross right ankle in front of the left. Engage your pelvic floor lock, and then this time lift up your left arm, bring your right hand underneath your left armpit. You can grab on anywhere you'd like back there, and left hand sits on top of your right shoulder. You're going to pin the skin, the fascia together, and then we're going to add some rotating and breathing here. So take your head and look over towards the left side of the room. Again, engage that zipper lock, and you're going to take your upper body, your torso, turn your shoulders over towards the right side of the room for that counter rotation. Now take your tongue, poke around in your left cheek, and find the tightest area that you can. Once you have that, we're going to breathe in and out through the nose 6 times, starting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now relax just your tongue and make a really small circle with your mouth like there's a straw in there. And we're going to breathe in 3 times, holding each time, filling up a balloon. So breathe in, 1, 2, 3. Exhale. We'll do that again. Engage your zipper. Breathe in, 2, 3. Twist a little more. Exhale, release. Last time on this side. Inhale, 2, 3, and exhale. Now in through the nose, out through the mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. After that 6-1, keep your arms and legs crossed, but let your head and torso come back through the center. Shake out your hips, wiggle your toes on the earth, and if you'd like to, you can always readjust your footing. You're going to breathe in to prepare, and then look over to the right on your exhale. Turn your upper body this time to the left. And again, we'll take our tongue, poke around, find the tightest area in your right cheek that you can. Might be somewhere completely different than the first side. Once you find that, we'll breathe in through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now relax your tongue, make a really small circle in your mouth again. We're going to breathe in 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Exhale, release. Again, breathe in and hold. 1, 2, 3. Twist a little more. Exhale. Last one. In. 2, 3, and exhale, release. Now in through the nose, out through the mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Release back through center. This time let the arms and legs uncross. Start by just swaying back and forth, maybe drawing some figure 8s with your hands. Check in with your body and notice anything that's shifted for you. For me, I feel a little bit lighter, a little bit looser. When you're ready, you might go around for a walk. If you're in a small area, I would recommend walking in a figure 8. If you've got a little bit bigger area to walk, you could walk back and forth in a straight line or anything that serves you, really. Now, if you're going in that figure 8, change directions. Go for a couple the other way. And then make your way back to stand. We're going to do all of those same things on the other side. So what that means is we're going to start hip width distance apart once again. Think about engaging your zipper from your pelvic floor all the way up to your belly button. Then you're going to take left foot this time in front of the right ankle, left hand underneath the right armpit, right hand on top of the left shoulder. We'll turn the same way to begin. So engage your zipper, head to the left, body pulls around towards the right. Poke around in your left cheek with your tongue. You might find a new spot or the same one, whatever feels tightest for you, just changing the pressure a little bit. Once you find that spot, we'll breathe in through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Relax your tongue. Make a small circle in your mouth. We're going to breathe in. 1, 2, 3. And exhale. Again, breathe in and hold. 1, 2, 3. And exhale. Last time this side. Breathe in. 2, 3. Twist a little more. Exhale, release. Think about relaxing your shoulders down your spine if you can at all. We'll breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Keep your arms and legs crossed. Let your head and torso come back through center. Wiggle out your hips. Wiggle out your toes on the earth. Maybe readjust your footing if you'd like. You can always spread your feet out a little bit wider if you're feeling a little unstable. Now we're going to turn our head to the right. Upper body turns around towards the left, this time counter rotating. Poke around in your right cheek with that tongue. Find your tight spot. We'll breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Relax your tongue. Make that small circle with your mouth again. We're going to breathe in and hold. 1, 2, 3. As you exhale, release your shoulders down your back a bit if you can. Engage your zipper lock. We'll go again. Breathe in. 2, 3. Exhale. Now one more time like that. Breathe in. 2, 3. Exhale. In through the nose, out through the mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. After your 6th one, come on back, release the body, release the arms and legs. Find some movement again. Draw some figure eights with your hands, and when you're ready, go for a little bit of a walk. I'm gonna do some little bit of gong play this time to help release any of those energies that you've just shaken loose in your body. Imagine you're inhaling anything that no longer serves you and exhaling it back out to let it release to the universe. Make your way back to stand when you're ready. We're going to do the last move of the 15-minute reset. And this one's a little bit, got a few more things going on, and we'll be looking down throughout. So I'm going to demonstrate what we're going to do first so you don't have to be looking up to try and figure out what's going on. So This is going to start by you're going to interlace your fingers. You're going to let your thumbs set together. And what you're going to do is you're going to take that grip, and if you got hair, you're going to go underneath of your hair, and you're going to use that grip, your thumb and your meaty part of your hand, to pull the skin up on your neck towards the base of your skull. And you can grab anywhere you'd like, and know that you're really just grabbing that skin. You don't have to be trying really hard to grab your muscles and pull. It can be really gentle. It doesn't even have to be very much. You're going to pin that skin up, pull your elbows up towards the sky. Then we're going to look up, and I'll breathe. I'll cue us through some breathing. From there, we're going to look down, pulling the chin to the chest. Elbows come in. You're still pulling the skin towards the base of the spine, not base of the skull, not pulling the head down towards the ground. Again, we'll breathe in and do 6 breaths here, which I'll cue. And then after those, we're going to breathe in through the mouth and hold. Look up to the right like you're swimming. And on your exhale, you release back down through center. And again, we'll do that same thing. Inhale, up to the left. Release on your exhale back down through center. And really, we're just trying to move the neck here so the body stays as upright as you can. We'll do that a few times, which I'll walk us through. After that, you can spread your feet out a little bit if you'd like, soften your knees, and you're going to push your butt back to the wall behind you. So you're not coming into necessarily a full squat, but more of like a skier type squat, if you've heard of that. Your chest is almost over top of your toes. You might look up slightly. You're trying to lengthen the spine from the tailbone up to the skull. Then we're going to do inhale again and hold. Look up to the right. And on your exhale again, you release back down through center. We do that again. Inhale to the left and then release. We'll do that a few times. And from there, we're going to drop down into a full squat, pulling your elbows in towards your chest, engaging your pelvic floor lock, engaging that zipper all the way up to your belly button. And we'll once again breathe 6 times, which I'll cue. After that, we're going to come into a standing forward fold. As we begin to release, you might sway around at the bottom a little bit, and then slowly roll up vertebrae by vertebrae until you're standing, and then look up towards the ceiling once more. You let the hands go, you release, and we'll find a little bit of movement from there. And this one tends to be a little bit more of a release for people, so if you start to get dizzy afterwards, don't worry. Just take a few breaths in stillness, and when the time feels right for you, you can find some movement. So, start hip-width distance apart. Engage that pelvic floor lock. We're going to take the hands, interlace the fingers, thumbs set gently together. Grab that skin behind your neck. Pin it on up to the base of your skull. And now look up towards the sky with your eyes, then look up with your chin. Engage your zipper again. We'll breathe in through the mouth, out through the mouth. 1, 2, 3. Now in through the nose, out through the mouth. 1, 2, and 3. Slowly engage your zipper lock first, and then slowly pull your chin back to your chest. Elbows come in slightly, pulling the skin to the base of the skull. We'll repeat those same breaths. In through the mouth, out through the mouth. 1, 2, 3. Now nose and mouth. 4, 5, and 6. Now breathe in and hold. Look up to the right, look underneath of your right arm up towards the sky if you can, and exhale, release. Again, inhale, up to the left. Look underneath of that arm or maybe armpit. And exhale, release. Again, inhale to the right. Exhale. Inhale to the left. Exhale. Inhale to the right. Exhale. One more. Inhale to the left. And exhale, release. Now, spread your feet out if you'd like. Soften your knees and push your butt back towards the wall behind you so your chest drops over your knees or your toes. You might look up slightly to extend that spine. And breathe in and hold to the right. Exhale. Inhale to the left. Exhale. Inhale to the right. Exhale. Inhale to the left. Exhale. Inhale to the right. Exhale. Inhale to the left. Exhale. When you're ready, come into that full squat now. And if you can't come into your full squat, go back up to the position we were in before, standing with your chin at your chest. Either way, elbows tuck in. Engage your zipper lock, and we're going to breathe in through the mouth, out through the mouth. 1, 2. Engage your zipper. 3. Now nose and mouth. 4, 5, and 6. Now if you're in the full squat, lift your butt up, find a forward fold with your head hanging heavy. Option to sway back and forth from side to side. Re-engage your zipper and roll yourself back up 1 vertebrae at a time. Feel free to stop and breathe along the way. Look up towards the sky with your hands as a hammock underneath your head. Then release that support. Let your head return to neutral. And we'll just start with some hand movements. And then when the time feels right for you, begin to walk around. Find those figure eights or walking around your space. Go one direction, and then go the opposite direction. I'm starting to feel a little bit calmer, a little bit slower, in a good way. Like I'm not rushing, I'm not stressed. And I'm feeling space opening up in my body. Alright, when you're ready, come on back to stand. The next one we're going to do is called the pullover. So what I'm going to have you do is you're going to take your left hand and grab over your right shoulder, but I'm going to show you first. So grab kind of where like your armpit is. You really want to get as far over on that side by your shoulder, by that armpit as you can, to pull this line that's going all the way down into your hips. So left hand goes over top of the right shoulder. You're going to pin that skin, pull it up, and like you're trying to pull it over your body. Then you're going to take the right hand and you're going to reach around on your rib cage on the left side and grab that skin again and pull it around towards the front. And you might feel a little bit of resistance between those two hands where those tension lines are. No big deal if not. We're going to look our head towards our right shoulder And then we're gonna lift our right shoulder up into the air as much as we can. Once you've got that, you're gonna bend your knees and come into a squat. Let your hips drop like you're sitting in a chair. And again, pull your right shoulder up towards the sky as far as you can. Now you have the option to stay right here in this spot, or you can start to pull your right shoulder over towards your left knee. Any amount. Stop wherever you feel the tightness. That for me is right here today. So we're going to breathe in through the mouth, out through the mouth. 1, 2, 3, nose and mouth. 4, 5, and 6. Slowly lift arm back up. Let the right shoulder come up first, reversing those steps. Whew. Let the arms go. Find a little bit of movement and check in with the body. For me, I got a little lightheaded from that one today. That's a good thing. We're moving stuff in the body. You might have burping or farting or yawning. Those are all signs of energy coming up and out and releasing things that no longer serve us. Come on back to stand when you're ready. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So right hand reaches over the left shoulder. It's like you're grabbing kind of by that left armpit, pinning that skin up and over your shoulder. And then left hand on the right rib cage, reach it around, pull towards the front and maybe feel a little bit of tension between the two. Engage your zipper lock here, and then turn your head to your left. Lift your left shoulder up towards the sky as much as you can. And then we're going to sit down in that chair, squatting, pulling our left shoulder even higher up to the sky, as high as it can go. Now again, start to pull your left shoulder over towards your right knee. For me, I stop a lot sooner on this one for a tight area. So we're going to breathe in through the mouth, out through the mouth. 1, 2, 3. Now nose. Feel free to drop into it more if your body allows as you go. 5. And 6. Slowly lift back up. Left shoulder comes up first. Release the hands. Check in with the body. Make some figure eights with your hands, and when you're ready, go for a little bit of a walk. So you might wonder why we do the breathing in through the nose and out through in through the nose and in through the mouth. We switch back and forth between those because when we breathe through the mouth, it fills up the lower part of our belly. The diaphragm is where it tends to direct itself first. Getting some good releases there. And then we breathe through the nose. When we breathe through the nose, it targets the upper part of our body. So it just helps to move the fascia around in a little bit different areas. And you're always welcome to just stay breathing through the mouth or breathing through the nose if you find that one of those serves you better in these shapes. I'm just here to give you some suggestions along the way. Come back to stand. We're going to do something called the pretzel squat next. So, actually we'll do pretzel squat. We're going to do swinger first. So, I'm going to let us soften our knees a bit. Push your butt back to the wall behind you, finding an athletic stance so your fingers are gently grazing the top of your kneecaps. And then take your left hand and place it on top of your right shoulder. Grab your skin on your tricep, on your elbow, anywhere with that right hand, and pull it down towards your left elbow, pinning the skin and fascia in place. Once you've got that locked, you're going to turn your head to the left, pull your elbow around towards the right, And sit back a little bit more. We'll breathe in through the mouth, out through the mouth. 1, 2, 3. Nose. 5. And 6. After that 6th one, come on back up and release. Ooh, I got a flush of heat to my face on that one. Feeling a lot in my belly as I release. And find a little bit of movement. Go for a short walk, a couple figure 8s really quick. Then we're going to come back and we're going to do the other side for that one. All right, again, hip width distance apart to begin. Think about engaging your zipper lock from the pelvic floor up to the belly button. Soften your knees, push your butt back towards the wall behind you. Find an athletic stance with your fingers grazing the top of the kneecaps. This time, right hand sets gently on top of the left shoulder, just hanging out there. The left hand is the one doing the work, so pin the skin anywhere on your tricep. You can grab and pull down towards your elbow. Figure out what serves you best. Feel free to play around with it a little bit. And then we're going to look our head to the right, sit down a bit more, pull our upper body around towards the left, almost like you're getting ready for a golf swing. And we'll breathe in through the mouth, out through the mouth. 1, 2, 3. Nose. 5. And 6. After your 6th one, come on back up. Release the arms. And again, go for a little bit of a walk. Check in. I got really warm again on that side. All good signs of releasing things. Lots of gas coming out through my mouth. Whew. Lots of cracks happening in my body. All right. This next one that we're going to do is called the pretzel squat. So take your left foot facing forward to begin. Ground down through that, and then take your right foot and make like a T with it towards the middle of your foot and have those right toes pointing out towards the right side of your room. Now from here, you're going to take a step out with your right foot, whatever amount serves you, so that you can lock kind of both knees into place. Then take your hands on your hips. Turn your hips as much as you can towards that right foot. Reach your left hand out in front of you. Right hand comes behind your back, reaching up towards the shoulder blades. Any amount will do, hooking behind your back. You're going to lean in towards the center, towards your left, and then place your left hand on top of your right shoulder. Now look your head to the left and sit back, push your butt back towards the wall behind you as much as you can. Kind of like that squat we did in the anti-gravity earlier. And we're going to breathe in through the mouth. 1. Engage your zipper. 2. 3. Nose. 5. And 6. Stay squatting. We're going to switch out the arms, opposite direction. Head turns to the right. Now breathe in, mouth. 1, 2, 3. Nose. Look over your right shoulder. 4, 5. Let yourself rise back up. Heel toe your feet back together. Let your arms release. That one can be really a lot of cardiovascular for people. So if you notice yourself breathing heavy, getting really sweaty after that one, know that you're not alone. That's very common. Ooh. Walk around a bit. Take a little bit longer of a walk because that one is moving so much stuff typically. And we're going to switch here and do the other side in a moment, but one thing I want to talk about is the fact that we tend to think of our body as this like symmetric thing where the right and the left side should be exactly the same, feel exactly the same, but inside of us, that's not how it works. The fascia is not bilateral. So it's very common if you're noticing different things from one side to another, or maybe able to drop farther into something on one side than the other. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just something for you to notice and observe to find your baseline on each side. All right, we're gonna do the left side. So start with the right toes facing forward. Left foot finds that T in the middle of your right foot this time. Hands to your hips and take a step out with your left foot. Any amount. Find that locked knees on both sides. And then turn your hips towards your left foot as much as you can. Reach your right hand out in front of you. And then lean your right shoulder over like you're filling up something with a teapot. Right hand comes to the top of your left shoulder. Left hand slips up in between those shoulder blades on the back. Head turns over the right shoulder. And again, we're going to bend our knees, push our butt back behind us. Find that skier type squat. And breathe in through the mouth, out through the mouth. 1, 2, 3. Nose. 5. And 6. Switch out your hands. Turn your gaze to the left. Look over your left shoulder. Mouth breaths. 1, 2, 3. Nose. 5. And 6. Slowly come back up. Release the arms, heel toe the legs back together. And go for a walk. That's a lot of energy we just released there, so I just want to play the gong to let some of that come out as you're moving around. Check in with your body and just take some observations of where you're at. What do you feel in your body? Do you notice any changes since the beginning of class? We're going to do one maneuver for the head now. So you're going to take your right hand, take this meaty part of your palm, and you're going to place it on your right temple with your fingers pointing backwards. Then you're going to do the same thing on the left, but your fingers point forward. So push it into your temple on both sides with those hands opposite, almost like you're trying to like pop a grape. Engage your pelvic floor lock. And as you squeeze your head together, now rotate both hands so the fingers are pointing up towards the sky and grab onto your head, maybe interlacing those fingers. Again, engage your pelvic floor lock. Breathe in, 1. Now look over to the right. We'll do 3 breaths through the mouth. Keep your hips forward, 2, 3. Come on back through center and turn all the way over to the left. Move nice and slow. The fascia likes to move slow. We're going to breathe in, 1, 2, and 3. Again, come on back through center. Look up towards the sky. We'll breathe in through the mouth, out through the mouth. 1, 2, 3. Then pull your chin all the way down towards your chest. Again, breathe in, 1, 2, and 3. Now bend your knees, squat, and feel free to just find whatever movement you'd like. Move your head around. Keep breathing in and out through the mouth. Freestyling, I call this. And whenever you're ready, come on back up through center. Let your hands shake out. And we're going to go for our last walk here. Go ahead, find a figure 8. Find some movement in the hands, maybe shaking it out, letting any of that energy that we've just moved that's no longer serving you release. We've got one last one we're going to do before we move back into some sound healing. Feel free to do this standing, seated, laying down, whatever serves you. We're going to take right hand to our heart, left hand on top of our head. Let your eyes blink closed.
Oh, fuck.
If you're standing, feel your feet on the ground. Feel the space in between your feet. If you're seated or laying down, feel the space in between your body parts touching the ground. And starting from your feet, start to scan up through the top of your feet, through your ankles and lower legs. Slowly feeling everything you can in each and every crevice, all the way up to your pelvis where the 2 legs meet. Up through the hips and through the belly. There you might feel a gentle contraction as you inhale, expansion, as you exhale, contracting. Continuing to work your way up to where your right hand rests on top of your heart. Take a pause there and see if you can feel your heart beating underneath of your right hand. Then continue to scan up through both arms, through your neck, over your head, your facial features, your lips, your nose, your eyes, all the way to where your left hand rests on top of your head. Maybe you feel your brain beat underneath. Feel the space in between your right and your left hand. Feel the connection between your mind and your heart. We're going to take a breath in through the mouth 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And then nose, 1, out through the mouth, 2, and 3. Feel free to keep both hands here as long as you'd like. Maybe you want to drop your left hand to your heart as well. When the time feels right for you, you can let your eyes blink open, let your hands drop, and start to make your way to whatever comfortable position you'd like to be in for a little bit of sound healing to seal all of that movement in that we just completed. As you let the sounds wash over you, again, think of your inhales gathering up anything that no longer serves you, any stagnant energies, any energies from the past, or maybe energies that were never even yours to begin with. On your exhales, you open mouth sigh, let any of it go, releasing it back to where it belongs. Universe will do the rest. the silence to wash over you. And just observe the contrast between the noises, the silence, maybe the contrast between your body at the beginning of the class and now. And just take a moment here to just be, to just feel where you're at in space. Bring some movement back to your fingers and toes. We're going to return back one more time to that last maneuver we did. Right hand to the heart, left hand on top of the head, maybe letting your eyes blink closed. We're going to take 3 breaths. The first breath for ourselves, for making it to this space today. The second breath for the community that practices with us. And the third breath for whomever or whatever you need it to be for in this moment. Bring both hands to your heart. And send any well wishes you have out into the world to share your practice and your joy and love, your gratitude with everyone else. When the time feels right for you, blink your eyes back open and bring some movement back into your body. You can end your class however would best serve you today. Thank you so much for being here.